obviously, and we get to play some iconic places like here in Sydney, this Centennial Park.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
That's good. In terms of, I guess, playing with Slipknot, do you have an earliest memory of when you found out about Slipknot or this type of metal?
Oh man, yeah. I think I was in 7th grade, and my friend, I was like super into like pop punk and punk, and my friend showed me this Slipknot music video, and I was like scared. It was like the middle of the afternoon, we just got home from school, and he like played this music video, and I was like looking to see if there was like shadows moving. I'm like, oh my god, what did I just watch? That was the scariest thing I've ever seen. And he's like, yeah, it was pretty cool, right? I was like, I don't know, man. I think my mom would not be cool with me watching Slipknot music videos, but turns out that I ended up loving it, and I just didn't know yet.
Yeah, and your mom is cool that
My
you're
mom,
playing at the Slipknot Festival.
I don't know, I didn't talk to her about it. She probably would like Slipknot if she came and saw it. She probably liked the theatrics.
Yeah. That's very cool. And you guys have just released a new record, but physically first?
Yes.
What was behind that decision?
Well, we were going to release it last year in October, November, and we had all the physical units printed, and then some stuff happened with our label, and they're like, maybe we should just wait. Then it was the holidays, and we're like, oh, we'll drop it right before we come to Australia. And they're like, our manager came to us with the idea, and he's like, hey, for the first time ever, we have all this physical product printed ahead of time. What if we just dropped it first, and then we'll do that, get it out to everybody who's like, diehard fans that wants to support the band. And we're like, we love this idea, because that's how we always released music, like when we first started. And to have the ability to like put a CD in or put a vinyl on and like look at the artwork and listen to it all the way through is like an experience that I think a lot of like younger people or people that are like kind of getting into music and listening to it through streaming, like they don't get that experience nowadays. And I think that that's like a really, really cool, happy accident that kind of came from doing it this way.
Was there any concern about like the kids are streaming and they might come to the show and not know the songs, or?
I think that's why we put out 2 songs first. So we released Make It Make Sense and LeBron first, just like those are the songs we're going to be playing today.
Yeah.
And so if you only have streaming, you can still get into those. But yeah, I think that the whole experience of it is like the coolest part. So like just having it, getting to see and touch, hold the physical product it's just such a cool thing that like doesn't really happen anymore,
In terms of the sound, the people who have heard it have said it does sound like quintessential A Day to Remember, early A Day to Remember. Did you guys take an approach to the record that you wanted it to sound a certain way?
Not really. I mean, so on I think more so on when we were working on You're Welcome, we were like kind of experimenting a little bit more and kind of like pushing the boundaries of like what we were doing and like where the influences came from. And I think that when we did this one, it was more like we just wrote music that we wanted to write with influences that kind of sounded similar to what we had always had. And so maybe it was You're Welcome that felt weird, and then this one just kind of felt like everything else,
Yeah.
So I think that's probably what it was.
The way it's titled is Volume 1.
Yeah.
Can fans expect additional volumes?
There could be. We might jump straight to Volume 7.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You never know.
Time traveling.
Yeah.
All right. That sounds
Yeah.
interesting. My final question for you is, you guys are obviously legends in the scene. Your set list spans your discography. How much has the scene changed from when you first started to what it is today?
I don't know. It feels the same, just with new bands, and obviously some of the same. Like obviously Inner Shikari is playing right now, and they've been around for a long time as well. And you got like new bands like Polaris coming up. They're not new, but younger, and it's cool. It just feels like it's like reinvigorated. Like it feels like it's not going anywhere. Obviously, during the pandemic, everyone was like, what's going to happen to live music? And then coming out of the pandemic, it was like really hard to kind of put together shows and tours just because it was so expensive. And so this is like the first time coming out where it just feels natural and normal again. Like everyone's super excited. I don't know. It feels reinvigorated. It feels like when we first started almost, but just like with like a few new bands. It's cool.
Awesome. Good answer. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.